Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday, everybody. Here we are, like almost the middle of September. Is anyone else feeling like the year is just blowing past us? Like, I can't get over how, like, time is just flying for me. I don't know if it's probably not fair to say that it's this year specifically. Probably the last 4 years has been flying by really, really fast. But oh my god, we're middle of September already. This is crazy. Rob Dempley, how's it going? Welcome to being the first in the chat. Neo Hack was definitely second. I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. How you doing? And Moki is number 3. Marwin, how are you? Perfect timing. Set up a server successfully. First time with your video just yesterday. I have one bug where the command line glitches out with text once the server is up. Well, they do that. They're constantly scrolling. I guess it would depend on what that text was, I would think. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yell Nats, how's it going, man? Made it to a live stream. Love it. Dirt. Dirt. Fine. Michael Miller from Southern Oregon. I've only ever been to Oregon once, and I loved it. I like Oregon. Oregon. It's not Oregon, right? It's Oregon. Yeah, so Marvin, my general rule of thumb there is, while the server is booting, and I mean right up until the point where the console says Bradley has spawned, I don't care what it says. As long as nothing shows up in red, I don't care what it says. It can spam for days for all I care. In from Dallas, love me some Texas. Never been there, but I do love me some Texans. I want to go there. If I could move right now, that would be where I would move to. I don't know where. Wife says Corpus Christi. I'm thinking like Houston, but hey. Camus no Aquarius. Camus no Aquarius. There we go. Lucky to find you live. I'm part of the Hispanic community, and I always follow your videos. Cool. I appreciate that. I apologize that I can't do more. Not more, because I haven't done any. I apologize that I can't do my videos Espanol. I wish that I could. I just can't. Vegas is more fun than Oregon. True. I just don't know that I could live in Vegas. I can visit Vegas. I could spend a shit ton of money in Vegas. I just don't know that I would want to live there. Hardstyle, welcome. If you're using Windows, BMGJet says, if you're using Windows, you're using Windows Shell instead of Console Classic, which doesn't align correctly because it's word wrapped. How many people are actually using Windows Shell, though, without knowing it? Washington State is your outdoor state. No offense, but I can't do Washington. Old Bitches Gaming, welcome. Oh, it's good. I'm glad to see so many people show up at a unscheduled. Normally, I'd be releasing a video right now and not doing a live. So I'm glad so many people showed up. This is awesome. If I could move right now, it would be to Ibiza. I was meaning a North American move, somewhere where, you know, it still kind of feels like my home country, even though it might not necessarily be. Oh, Windows 11. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, good point. I wasn't thinking of Windows 11 because I'm still on Windows 10. I have not tried the vehicles from Karuza yet, but I did see Nicodemus posted something in his Discord. I did watch that video, and damn, that looks cool. Hello and Guten Morgen. Well, Guten Morgen to you as well. California forever. Come on, main loot. Come on. I guess depending on where in California. If you're Northern Cali, fine. But I'm sure Southern Cali, even people that have lived their entire lives, are saying, no, 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 it's time to get out of here. Anyways. Snap Lack Attack. Welcome. Welcome. So what we're going to do today, well, first of all, I want to hear some questions. I actually don't know what's going on. Okay, so here's kind of where I'm at. I think I've done so many videos and they cover so many topics and I explain things so well. This is me patting myself on the back. That I am getting very few questions lately. Like probably the last 3 or 4 months, I get very, very few questions. I get lots of, thank yous and that was great and blah, blah, blah. That's all really good, except it's kind of stalling me out because it's like, okay, what can I help people with next? And yeah, I'm not getting very many questions. I'm getting a lot of plugin requests, like specific plugins that people want covered, but not a whole lot of real technical stuff, which I find absolutely, I guess it's a good sign. It's just, yeah, I guess it's a good thing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to take that. They're insane. Tried them on his server. Yeah, absolutely. So what Hardstyle is talking about, Karuza has recently, I believe it's a public release. Maybe I should check before I say that. A custom built vehicles plugin. And it is insane. I might as well show you guys because it's insane. No. Okay, so let me grab it. Let me do it like this instead. So I do know, or I think I know that he only has it on one server. I think he's just kind of promoting it right now. Sorry, just bear with me here. I'm just looking for, there we go. I was looking for Nicodemus's Discord because that is where did he post that now? I thought it was Nicodemus, wasn't it? Oh, damn. Didn't have this lined up. Sorry, just bear with me here. Damn, I could have sworn it was in Nicodemus's channel. Okay, let me see if I can find it a different way. I know how I can find it. I know how I can find it. Can't see chat right now. I feel blind. There we go. Yeah, exactly. You can only buy it from him directly or on his Discord. That was my sense of the situation too. But you can go to his server and try it out, I believe is the way he's promoting it, before you buy it. How is this my history? I have not only watched 3 videos today. Are you insane? Okay. Okay, if somebody knows where that video is, can you please post it or DM it to me in Discord and I'll post it. I want to watch it again. I'm just going to keep looking through Nicodemus's Discord. I could have sworn that's where it was. So it's Friday. Everyone should be having some major plans for the weekend. So tell me, what's everyone got going on? It's so far I've been having a good Rust month, which is rare for me. It's very rare that I actually get to play, as I'm sure you can imagine. Oh man, this is going to frustrate. Okay, I'm going to stop looking because otherwise I'll spend the entire time looking for it. Ugh. No, I wasn't looking for the server. I was looking for the video that I watched last night that I could have sworn Nicodemus posted. Hot pot in an hour, then testing our new... What is hot pot? And then testing out our newly made Rust server. Cool. Okay, hard. Oh shit, hardstyle is on it. He's looking for it. Rust, more rust than work on Sunday. Man, I hate working on weekends. That's me too. I work every Saturday, which really sucks. Oh shit, you're right. Today is Friday the 13th. How did I miss that? I am a fairly superstitious dude, and yeah, I didn't even realize that today was Friday the 13th. Weird. Just posted the link. Where? Discord, probably. Oh, there it is. Okay, got it. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to watch this. And just like that, and go like this. Oops, not like that. Let's do... Shh. Oh, shh. Wait for it. Oh my goodness, what have I done here? What have I done here? There we go. Yeah, that's okay. Hardstyle, we got it. We are going to, I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to go like this, and then we're going to go like this, and let's do like this. So this is the video. Let me know if you guys can hear that music in the background, because if so, I might have to mute that. Can you hear that music? Just gonna change my quality there. So we have a dune truck. These are all custom built vehicles, all made by Karuza. Okay, you can hear it. I'm gonna mute it because I don't know what the copyrights are on that. And I definitely don't have the copyright on it. We have a forklift. There's a quad coming up. It is a badass quad. Let's get my fat head out of the way. ATV quad, you know what I mean. So I actually don't know if I'd be able to say that these are, like, I don't know if these are part of a plugin or if these are just, yeah, I don't know how he's done it. I should actually go, we have a couch. Like, seriously, we can drive a couch? What? I do like me some ambient music, for sure. I know, I just turned it down. Hopefully I can talk loud enough over it and often enough that the, you know, the little nanobots don't pick up on it. We've got a dancing cage with fireworks flying out of the top of it, surrounded by Christmas lights. This is badass. He actually reached out to me a while ago about the train build plugin. I believe it was Karuza. And I haven't got back to him on it yet, but I want to. And then this fell in my lap last night, and I'm like, damn, man, we need to be covering some of these race cars. Formula One cars. Like, how cool is this? Chariots. Whatever the hell that thing is. I don't know, I get excited about weird things, but yeah, I mean, it is plugin based. Okay. I don't know how much the plugin is. Like I said, I only just heard about, or like learned about this last night. And it was only by happenstance. 3 plugins, cars, helis, and planes. Each comes with 2, and then you can buy more for extra costs. Great, so he's got a good business plan going. Just need a prison bus. Role players would love that, absolutely. Definitely a plugin. Yeah, it's cool. I have the link is posted in the video. Okay, let's have a look. So a link to buy it, is that my understanding? Let's have a look. So we've got a link to Karuza's Discord, which I'm assuming that's where he's selling it from. And you can try this plugin out for yourself if you join that link, or join that address right there. It's cool though. I haven't gone in and actually checked it out myself. I've only just seen that video. And yeah, that's some Twisted Metal stuff. That's exactly right. It looks a lot like Twisted Metal. $40 for the base. Extra cars are like 10 to 20 bucks. Okay, good info. Great info. So I'll be looking into that a little bit further. I'll reach out to Karuza and see what kind of goods and deals and promos and stuff like that we can get worked out. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I thought it was pretty cool, and I thought you guys would like it. Yeah, exactly, right? Take my money. Exactly. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to call you OBG. Old Bitches Gaming. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with using your VIP plan to create a bank account so you can be purchasing these plugins, because honestly, they can get expensive. Like, you know, I've got 3 or 4 Nicodemus plugins, and none of them are cheap. And you know, even rateable bases that you can easily spend $100 on rateable bases, right? Like, yeah. Anyone know how to lock a server behind a password or a whitelisted user list? Absolutely. I have a video on that exact thing. Actually, there's a couple of different ways you can do it. You can do it with a plugin called Whitelist, or you can use it in combination with a linking system where they have to link their Steam 64 ID with your Discord, which means they have to be a member of your Discord before they can gain access to your server. Easy stuff. I have videos on all of that. Yeah, of course. Hardstyle, do you? Oh, no. I guess you didn't specify either way. Do you have this on your server? I know you've got a PvE server that would probably meld pretty nicely into, I believe, right? You have a PvE server? Carbon has their own whitelist system where you can get a plugin. Yep, there you go. So there's a couple of different ways you can do it. I can't imagine that plugin being hard to set up. Because I imagine what it is like, you remember, if you're been with my channel for a while, I did a video on a bunch of different helicopters that were done in the same way, all customized and new features and stuff like that. And all it is like, the plugin allows you to spawn or purchase them from vendors or whatever. So I can't see it being very complicated. But again, I haven't looked into it yet. And yeah, OBG, that's how most people roll. Not all. I know of some that like absolutely refuse to take money for the quality of life features that they provide, or even if they're doing a pay to win situation, they do other things instead of actual monetary. Currently hunting for an old laptop or something to host my server dedicated. I live in a studio though. It's going to get hot. I mean, for starting out, sure. I totally get that. But down the road, in a very short period of time, you're going to want to move to a host. There's just no question. Even if you broke it right down to the amount of power that your server is going to use to be running 24/7, doesn't take very long to pay the, 20, 25 bucks a month that it would cost to move to a host. So in the background here, I'm reinstalling my staging branch version, which actually, is that having an effect? No, it doesn't seem to be. I'm downloading the staging branch with the OXO 2. I have a server set up with OXO 2 running, and I'm hoping that I can get in there and show y'all the new maps, the new procgen methods that they're using. Thoughts on Pay Now, an alternative to Tebex, with Rust being the main focus, is still under development. I am in full, I fully endorse any pay system. They're all good. Most of them are good. There's only 1 or 2 bad ones that I've come across. If you think Pay Now is going to be good for you, then go that road. The one thing that I've noticed is a lot of companies out there are trying to emulate TebEx. And while I do see the benefit in that, I think it's a little bit, if you're going to come out with a new system, a new pay system, it either needs to be better or have different features. It can't be a direct replica of TebEx. TebEx has been doing it for a really long time. They do it for multiple game platforms. I don't want to say they're the best, and they're definitely not endorsed. I'm not endorsing. No, they're not paying me to say that they're the best. But honestly, I still use TebEx. So, yeah. On one of mine, I paid $32 a month for a 200 slot. So, companies that charge by the slot is, in my opinion, not the way to go. That is true when you get like 150 to 180 plugins. It can get expensive because you need that much more memory in order to run all of that. I run an aux02 server. If you'd like to use it instead, I can grant you admin perms. Well, let's see. I am 84% into reinstalling my, so I should be okay, hopefully. You can use Carbon's aux02 build for the server. It's fully supported. Okay, I'm glad you said that, Raul, because I actually questioned it. So I actually changed my Carbon server to aux02, and I didn't see any issues with it. It looks like everything is currently working. I guess what it comes down to is it actually running aux02? And it looks like it should be, but I didn't sit there and watch it while it was booting, so I don't know for sure. But that is good to hear. Oh, you have a dedicated Carbon aux02. Gotcha. Okay, so I may have problems. It's okay. But it's going to bring in over $600. You got to claim it on your taxes. It depends on how you're set up. And if you're doing it the right way, if you're going to be building a large community that is going to be rolling in dough, tips for serve. That's the other one. Yeah. Tips for serve, actually, I'm supposed to be doing a video for them, and I haven't. It's not like I'm not going to do it. I just haven't done it yet. But I did see with tip for serve, the similarities are kind of right in your face. Anyway, so yeah, if you're going to set up your Rust community to, make some serious dough, set it up as a corporation. Do it properly with taxes and all that other stuff, and then you've got write-offs and yeah, beneficial. And it's the right way to go. For those that are doing this as a hobby, meh. Again, or not again, because I haven't said it yet. I'm not an accountant. I don't work for the CRA. I don't work for the IRS. Don't take my advice as professional advice. So no rules Rust. You've got a 100 times aux02 server. So did it generate, is it using the new map generation? Sturdy stubs. So who has seen what about the new map generation? Let's start there. Because I haven't seen very much. I've seen Shadowfrax's video on it. I think I saw another guy that kind of covers the same stuff that Shadowfrax does, but I haven't seen a whole lot about it. We're using the new map. We never use custom on staging service. You pretty much can't use custom on staging. It's pretty rare that you would find a custom map that is built for staging. Just file your server as 401c. Yeah, 401c is a not-for-profit society, I believe it's called. Not-for-profit, anyways. Yeah, maybe it was only Shadowfrax's video. I'm not sure. The whole new map gen is actually sick. Facepunch doing some good things with their map gen. I agree. It looks good, and it's something that we've needed for a really long time. Part of my issue is all the maps look the same. I mean, they're not. They're very, very different. But, like, there's no surprises. Yeah, not for profit. That's what I thought, yeah. We don't have 401c in Canada. I think we just call them not-for-profit societies. Or something like that. My custom map is up on Oxo 2. Updated my tool to make them last night when I got out of the hospital. What the hell? Why were you in the hospital? Hopefully nothing serious. Just got off my local host Oxo 2 with the new old rocks seem to spawn in groups. I'm fully expecting to see some issues for shizzle. But yeah, we've been needing that change or a change for a really long time, in my opinion. Excuse me. It's good to see that there's some, so it's funny. Okay, so I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. I know how the YouTube membership thing works, and when guys come in here and drop like a bunch of random gifted memberships, which I hugely appreciate, and then all of a sudden my entire chat is full of members that none of them actually purchased for themselves, which is fun. And you know, on my back end, it's, you know, you got a whole bunch of new members, and it looks really good and stuff like that. But then, like, as the month starts to pass, or the 30 days or whatever it happens to be, and then those memberships start to drop off, it's like, oh, what did I do wrong? How come I'm losing so many memberships? But that's not what it is. It's because the gifted memberships are just coming to the end of their life, which I totally understand. It's just, you know, I get a little pouty about it, you know. Not all the rocks are updated yet, I believe. Seems like some of them are yet to be implemented. Mostly arid rocks, however, not sure if they're being updated. So Brenda Vincent, no. Oh, that's not what I was getting at. Whatever, I appreciate it though. So, oh my goodness, I got the wrong page up. No Rules Rust has become a member. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That is not what I was getting at though. Okay, so Brenda Vincent is asking, so will years of buying custom mats be wasted? So it's going to be up to the author or the map maker to update the map so that it's compatible with the new procedural generation system that's coming out next month. And I'm sure, I haven't spoken to any yet. I actually tried to get a map maker on for a live today to talk about it. But I'm sure that they're working diligently for the next, 2-ish weeks to make sure that their maps are all ready to go. So no, you're going to be fine. It just might take them some time to get your map updated if you're buying it from a reputable place like CodeFling or Lone Design. Went to the hospital last weekend, dehydrated from the vid. They gave me IV of stuff I'm allergic to. Oh, that could have gone super bad. Ugh. I hope you're okay. That's terrible. Terrible. That's so shitty. Have you come across any new good plugins? I have, and they're on my notepad so that I can be reviewing them in the upcoming weeks for sure. Not for profit would be the best way to file in Canada. True, except they're really strict about the rules. So, and No Rules Rust has gifted 5 memberships as well. So if you got a gifted membership from No Rules Rust, be sure to thank them in chat. There you go, OG Pain, perfect. Yeah, exactly, Jason. Yeah, exactly. Just waiting it all out on the map making. Yeah, it's oh, look at that. It just finished. Boom. Right now. So let's see what happens here. Let's see if I can get logged into my OXO 2 and we can go in and have a look around. Hopefully, maybe, possibly. Hopefully, maybe, possibly. Hardstyle, I seen you put out an update the other day. I was wondering what that was all about. I meant to reach out to you and ask you. But if that's all it was, that's stupid. Some updates for anti-cheat. Nothing official. And even if there was something official, nobody would know about it until it went live. And then even then, you might not even know about it because they don't want anybody to know what they're working on as far as anti-cheat goes. Yeah, exactly, right? What did that dash actually do? All right, so we're in. Let's see what we can find out. Hey, look at that. It showed up. There are currently 3 modded servers on OXO 2. 3. And one of them is mine. And I've got 10 open slots. If y'all want to join, you can. So same thing during my server audits. I always say this, but I'll let you know again. OBS gets a little bit twitchy when I'm loading into a server. So if the stream goes all, like that, it will clear up as soon as I'm actually logged in. So if players fall through the maps now, will they fall forever with no water level? Why is there no water level? See, it sounds like maybe you know something I don't. I banned with F7 between 10 to 15 cheaters in a week. Yeah. I'll give you admin. Yeah, whoever joins, I'll give you. Sure. If you want. It's like it's a test server that I record videos on, so things are completely messed up. Gonna make them even better so you don't have to connect wires soon. They're gonna be easy peasy. That would be great. Hey, Jason L, thank you so much for becoming a member. Is that Jason L or Jason I? Can't tell. Dr. Death, can't wait for an updated anti-cheat. So there are actually communities out there that are coming up with their own anti-cheat system. Because, like, how is it that EAC... I don't want to say that they're doing a terrible job, but, like, it feels like Rust is the worst victim for cheaters. It's almost like they can cheat the easiest in Rust or something. I'm not sure. They removed the water under terrain for lakes on OXO 2. Well, we're going to find out. Your mother is swell. I don't know what you're talking about there. Like, I know what BJJ is, but... And beat Yer, who's much better striker. You lost me. You lost me. I need old recoil to beat cheaters. That is not true, and you know it. Any devs in here who's looked into creating a custom anti-cheat? I don't know of anybody personally that is working on a custom anti-cheat. I just know that there are company or communities out there that are working on it. I haven't seen anything from it. I don't know if they're being successful. They don't have a launch date. It could be just wishful thinking. I don't know. Okay, so they are. They are doing a terrible job. So, yeah. Thought Ocean wouldn't be there unless it was topo painted. That could be. This, honestly, if this works on a new proc gen, this will be the first time I've seen it firsthand. So, Cheating is a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's happening everywhere. We just witness it most on Rust because that's mostly what we play. It's bad everywhere. That's a fair assessment. And the only other game that I play on any kind of regular basis is Satisfactory, and there's no cheating involved with Satisfactory, so yeah. EAC can only detect things editing the memory with software. Their DMA cheats now that use hardware to edit the memory, so you can't detect it. Interesting. Literally got banned on a Facepunch server yesterday. What did you do? How did you pull that off? Okay, so let's have a looky-loo for the very first time. Okay, that doesn't work, and that doesn't work. That's interesting. Oh, you know what else is interesting? None of my keys are saved. God, it's been a long time since I've been in a oh yes. Look at that. It's been so long. Oh, absolutely. Just give me one sec here, BMG. Console. Yeah, that was you. This is you. Okay, there you go, BMG. Okay, this is awesome. This is a lake, which we've never, I mean, we've kind of seen them before, but like, look where we are. Inland. Oh man, this is awesome. And boats are spawning out there, which is freaking awesome. I'm in love with this. And you could tell that it's not quite done, because like there's no way that this would all be barren like that. I don't think. I guess I could be wrong. Let's go see this other one over here. Oh, see, that's my auto run hotkey normally. It is called srtbull test server. No, it's not. It's called, yes, srtbull YouTube test server. We are going over to Lake A. You know what? They need to come up with better names. Don't just call it Lake A, Lake B, Lake C. Like, give it a name. Like, I don't know. Give it a name. What's this over here? Rail? Yes. Oh my. I'm so glad I did this. Oh man, I'm so pumped for this. I've been talking about this for like 2 or 3 weeks. And this is my first time actually the old wood piles. This is my first time actually touching it firsthand, which is super cool. And I'm glad I was able to do it on stream. They come with names, but like they need to have better names than that. So that's Lake A that we were just at. Lake C was where we were at the beginning. We've got an Oasis A over here. Oasis C. Yeah, so we'll go check out the Oasises too. The Oasises? The Oasi? And this is the river. How badass is this river? Oh my god, I'm in love. Oh, they still haven't fixed this yet. So Shadowfrags was showing how they didn't fix what's happening over the rivers and lakes and stuff. I'm expecting to see like some sort of a bridge or a culvert or something to make it look like it's supposed to be there. BMG just said in game chat that this should help with FPS because there's now no longer water underneath the map. So let's go down and have a look. So that's a valid question then. What happens? Oh, look at that. There's no water. Oh, that gives me a funny feeling in my stomach. Yeah, that's so cool. Look at this cavern or canyon. So, if nobody is already imagining what it's going to be like to build cavern base, not cavern base, canyon base, they're going to be unbelievably hard to raid. Unbelievably difficult. I think the names will be removed from the map on main. That could be. Kimomo proves on the other daily that they're doing horrible. Yeah, I know. But like, if they started doing a good job, Kimomo would be out of a job. So in that sense, I hope they're never successful, because he puts out some pretty great content. I'm actually a little bit envious of his skills, to be totally honest with you. Like, what's going on here? It's obviously something that hasn't been put there yet, I would think, right? All right, so if y'all like the new procedural generation system, hit that like button on this video, because I'm in love with it. I think this is fantastic. And I would love nothing more than to, I don't know, be able to divert this river into this canyon. How badass would that be if we could divert water? The rocks seem to have less triangles than the previous terrain, which looks like it should help with performance. Yeah, absolutely. Doesn't seem like the rocks have normals, just baked. It doesn't seem like the rocks have normal, just baked textures. Okay. It's definitely going to make flat spots a premium place to build. So that is one downside to this, is every time they do something like this or add a monument or whatever, they're reducing the buildable area of the map. Which, I guess on a 4,500 size map, I mean, really, we shouldn't complain about it. But anyways, Jason L or Jason I has gifted 20 bronze level memberships. So thank you so much to Jason L. If you get a gifted membership from Jason, make sure to thank them in chat, please. Thank you so much for your generosity. Let's go see what this is over here. So that's going to take a couple minutes, and I believe y'all can hear that now, right? The little animation thing that's going on the screen. How is it that there's the base on this server? BMG, did you build a base? That's weird. Increased PvP, I guess, which we still have the issue with. Yeah, exactly. So, okay, this is a swamp. Okay. Okay. Okay, so BMG did build a base. That was trippy that I ran into a base on a server that's only been up for 5 minutes. This is a huge upgrade. And I mean, if this, like, actually what I'm noticing is I haven't had any serious hitches either. And if that was all it takes, look, there's another base. Who's this? Right in the middle of the oasis. Right in the middle of one of the oasi. Oh, thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. Do you use Map My Players? Okay, so yes, on some servers I do, for sure. But it would appear as though I don't have any hotkeys in this server because it's staging. So I don't know what works and what doesn't work. I do need some grub though. Kits obviously works because I have clothes on. Yeah, this oasis is badass. And I want to say, is that a new bush? Maybe it's just a whole bunch of old bushes put together. It just looks different because you don't normally see them like that. Oh man, I love it. I love it. I'm excited for this. What else can we go see? There's another canyon up over here. Canyon C. So how are they going to come up with cool names for these canyons? Look at the size of that canyon. Oh my, wow. Getting a little hitchy glitchy here right now. Not really sure why. What's my FPS doing? Oh yeah, I'm down to 18 FPS. So it's obviously trying to generate something here. Wow. And look at all the nodes down here. Like, I probably have nodes jacked up on this server. Like spawn rates. But I didn't think it was going to be that much. Holy. Whatever. Something is going on that is just killing my FPS. Oh, there it goes. Now I'm back up to 40, which still isn't awesome. I love these canyons. These are awesome. All the crazy builds that are going to happen in places like this is just like, picture it. So like you have a door to your base right here, and then that's your basement, and you could put like honeycombing for days, and you're only one, maybe two strips wide, and then you can build up as high as you want, up and out as high as you want, increasing your base's security. Oh man, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. This is why I'm addicted to custom maps. Yeah. Never had a proc gen on my server. See, that's like, what do you do when they break and then you're depending on somebody to fix a map, and it might take them, even if it took them 1 day, that delays your server by that 1 day. I don't know. It's commendable. Running a server and stream on your PC probably isn't helping. This server is not on my PC. This is a hosted server. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that was. Just when I went into that canyon there, it dropped huge. Dropped hugeous. What's this? Is that looks like another swamp, hey? Swamps aren't named. I may have a GeForce update. That's true. I just did one like a couple of days ago, but they do tend to do a lot of updates for shizzle. And here we are at another river. See, like, look at these designs in the ground. That has to be there for something later. It has to be. But the rivers are awesome. And like, if we can take boats up these rivers, like, look at how much further we'd be able to travel in a boat. You know, be able to go just about to launch site in a boat. I think it's awesome. I'm excited. It's the client taking over the GPU. Yeah. GeForce has ruined the game for me. My 4070 gets FPS drops now when it went down to it didn't 2 months ago. All the way down to 7 for no reason. That's crazy. They're also changing the mountains, are they? So you're saying this is new? Yeah, okay. Oh, they were talking about making it easier to climb the side of mountains. Valid point. That is new. Oh yeah, this is totally new. So instead of just having a rock formation sticking out from underneath, yeah, see? That is quite different. You are correct, Amundo. Correct, Amundo. Let me just quickly check here. Okay, I was just making sure that somebody else didn't join this server and want admin or something like that. One of my servers has the war mode where you can choose between PvE or PvP. When it's a test server, that's my small one. I'm pretty sure my wife just got home. I like little washouts leading to the rivers. Let's have a look. The little washouts leading to the rivers. I'm assuming you're meaning at the top, or are you talking at the bottom? Okay, so this is the beginning. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? All right. Just a trickle of water. Can't even see it. I don't know if I have God mode here or not. So there's the water just trickling right there. They do need to add prone. I did hear one time why they didn't. And I said to myself, that's a really stupid reason. I can't remember what the reason was. But I do remember saying that's a really stupid reason. Oh, okay. Okay, I understand what y'all are talking about. Okay. Gotcha. Would have preferred a mix of the two, the cliffs and these new ones. Well, if I'm not mistaken, like, this isn't a final product. We're still, like, what, 3 weeks away from this being released to main? And, like, so God only knows what might change between then and now. But I'm going to need to see something here. Either a bridge or a culvert. I don't care which. And I want to see the water naturally go into the culvert, not just like clip its way through the ground like that. I do want to see that. Oh yeah, here we go. So BMGJet is rolling up the creek. What happens when they hit this road? Yeah. So that's going to need to be fixed. That is not acceptable. That is not acceptable. Oops. Oh, and they also increased the distance that the boat goes when you push it. Yeah, they did fix that. Actually, I think that was released this month, not next month. Igloo structures like the Legacy would be awesome. Don't say that too loud. They'll probably take your idea. Give it to somebody like, I don't know, Dana. Dana, you should make some igloos. Or Whispers. No, not Whispers. I can't think of somebody. Yeah, they need a bridge. Absolutely. You gonna die. You gonna die. I can't even end kill this bear because I don't have a hotkey for it. There we go. I don't care how long it takes to fix the river and road intersections. It'll come. The culvert idea would do until bridges can be figured out. Yeah, that's true. Viz Entities, sorry. Yeah, Dana is Viz Entities. That's true. Yeah, like even if they were going to build a structure that went over the river that doesn't affect the flow of the water, in which case like a wooden bridge would be perfect. Like a archway, you know, like old school, but it has to be tall enough that we can get under it with a boat. Oh, BMG, you should have grabbed a tugboat and tried to roll a tugboat up one of these rivers. Building. That's a great question. Let's have a look. I'm guessing it'll be the same. I'm guessing. Oh, see, even my crafting menu, because I have my craft menu on a different button. And yeah, everything's all screwed up. Everything's all screwed up. let's no, let's I'm pretty sure that that's what BMG was doing. That's why those bases were built over there. Yeah, so like we can build. Yeah, this is a non-issue. So it's gonna suck for people that want to use the river as a method, a way of transporting up and down a map, because people build right on rivers for their farming. So that is going to be an issue. Do you remember the map I made for you like about a year ago? It was the logo character that, yes, I do remember. I do remember that, actually. I wouldn't have been able to associate your name to it, but I do remember that map. It would be nice if there were dead wood on the sides of the rivers. I'm betting there will be. So that's a valid point. I feel like they could make bridges as monument and pin them and spawn them at the intersections. Yeah, that's valid. I would prefer that they just made them as part of the procedural generation, though. Yeah. Now we need hydro generators and we can build dams. That would be cool. But I do like my method of using the map to generate power, which is Nicodemus's grid power. You actually plug right into the power lines that otherwise have no use, and you can get not unlimited power, but plenty of power through your power lines. Did you see the new islands that they're using to take place of icebergs? Well, no, I didn't. So let's go have a look. Where? Let's go out here. So they're using islands to replace the icebergs. See, why would they get rid of icebergs? Look at this lake. Oh, buddy. There's BMG flying around. Yeah. All right, so no icebergs, hey? Is that the bet? Okay, so I see icebergs. Okay. So these rock formations coming out of the water is very interesting and super cool for PvP and raiding. I'm down. I'm here for this. The boat crashes are the samesies. Well, now we need we're gonna need spawnable loot in these guys right here. That's shipping containers. Dropship. Dropship needs to make use of these. Maybe it does already. Yeah, lots of very cool changes. I'm like super impressed. So yeah, you can see there's issues like this. That would be a huge issue on a live map. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, yeah, that would be a huge glitch. Crazy. Yeah, but I'm excited. This is good. This is good for the game. This is good for everybody. I think it's drawing faster. I really do think that it's drawing faster. Rendering faster. The good old Rust music. God, I sometimes I miss that. There was something else that I wanted to go see. What was it? I thought it was up over here. Up over Hizzle. I forget. I forget. Let's go see what this island looks like now. Nodes are huge for lag right now. Okay. Maybe that was the issue in that canyon. That could be. No, Aussie. No. This is not being released until next month. Next wipe. This is on the staging branch. This is an aux2 server on staging. aux2, yep. Yep. So that's a gigantic island. Let's have a look at this manageable island. So the rock formations are drastically different. And they look awesome. They look awesome. And like their textures are awesome. They did a really good job on this. Like, repetition is huge. So like chances are pretty good that like this is really only like 10 different rock formations at different rotations and different sizes and different sides of it exposed. And they can do some cool ass stuff with that. That is super cool. Gen X Gamer, hey man, just tuned in. Love your videos. Have learned a lot. Learned lots for my server. Still empty, but more fun now. That's hey, perfect. As long as you're having fun, that's half of it. The other half is building your community so you're no longer playing by yourself. I still play by myself quite often. Building blocked on these rocks? No, I doubt it. You'll be building blocked the same as you were before. Yeah, so like it's not like you're gonna be able to build into see, you can kind of build into it a little bit further than I would have thought. But we can't we can place that wall. So we all know what that means. So that'll be something that needs to be addressed. They definitely are more jagged and jumbled, that is for sure. Is there WaterWell vendor on this server? We would have to go find a water well to answer that question, which I am definitely not opposed to. I think, I do have, there we go. I didn't know that I had teleport to marker turned on, but that's cool. It worked out well. So no, I don't see a vendor here, but there is food. There is food. Let's see if we can find another one. I don't know what the spawn rule is for those guys. Is that another one there? I think it is. Okay, so that's not drawing faster, rendering faster. That is rendering super, super slow. There we go. So I don't know what the vendor is supposed to look like. I would expect it to be in like a shop front, like we're used to seeing them. So it doesn't look like they're here yet. Most annoying thing I found when running a server was the updates and the times. Yeah, you live in Australia, the updates will be pushed when I was sleeping. Yeah, exactly. So with companies like IceHost, you can schedule your updates so that it can happen automatically. Granted, IceHost doesn't provide in Australia, so that doesn't do you any good, but the purple Joker. Oh, later? Oh, couldn't update until 3 hours later. Gotcha. I thought you were saying later, like, peace out, I'm out of here. Yeah, loan, exactly. Exactamundo. Wait, did you see a person standing and waving? Are you kidding me? This water well does not look like it's in good shape. Oh, there we go. Tell me you didn't see somebody standing there waving at me and I didn't see it. I think you're trolling me. There's no way you saw it and I didn't. No way. Yeah, Yeah, what did I see? I saw on your YouTube channel a while back you were doing a highlight of a map. Was that your map? Did you make that? And if yes, are you working on the newest version of it because it's going to break in 3 weeks? I'm at 54 FPS. All right, I'll go someplace else. Ace. That's the wrong well. I'm looking around for the... Oh, BMG's looking for the right one. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, they're not marked on the map. You can see where they are, but it's not... Really? Everything's good on my end. I don't understand. Let me just open up here. Just give me 1 sec here. Oh yeah, look at that. It is saying there's an issue. Okay, well, it will clear up. I assure you that it will. Stream is a solid 0.5 FPS. Working on... Okay, fair enough. Let's have a look here, see if we can't clean this up some. There, is that any better? I actually don't think it is better. VPN is turned off. That's super weird. Not really sure what's going on. Everything's got green lights over here. But no, it is definitely saying... It's definitely saying that that there's a problem. Okay, it is better. Okay. Okay. I don't even stream at native. I stream at... This is 1080. What you guys are seeing is 1080. When what I've got here is 1440. Okay, good. Oh. Oh, see here, I thought it was the whole stream. Okay. That, okay. All right. So that's it. What it moved admin player BMGJet on the object underneath so it doesn't die from fall damage. I'm just reading my console there. So it looks like BMG disconnected under the map. Is that? So what happened there, BMG? Let me know in chat. All right, so I'm gonna go back in. As much as that might suck, hopefully it will be better this time. So we'll give it another shot. My wife is doing something out in the kitchen that is super loud, so sorry if you guys are hearing that. Went to the island. Is that a Lost reference, Jason? Tell me that's a Lost reference. Oh, game crashed while I was no clipping this guy. Okay, so, and funny, the console was telling me funny things about moving your body around and stuff like that. So I'm curious to see what that's all about. Jason, if that was a Lost reference, I'm gonna have to come talk to you. Okay, so let's go back in there and boom. All right, so while I'm loading into the server, it is gonna get a little bit twitchy. So, because that was a Lost reference, I just watched it. I didn't watch it when it was running live. I just watched it, like, let's say I started it 2 weeks ago and I finished it in about maybe let's say 2 weeks. Let's just be generous and say it was 2 weeks. Because oh my god, I was hooked. On the first episode I was hooked and I couldn't set it down. David Noel, thank you all for the tips in getting my server set up. Absolutely, that's what this is all about. I absolutely love Rust, and if I can help somebody else get started. Yeah, you won the lottery, you're going to the island. Yeah, right. What? Okay, so yeah, I was doing other things when it was, and then it came up on my Netflix, and I was like, okay, I'll give this a shot, and we'll see what happens, and bam, I was hooked. Yeah, when it finished, I went to my wife and said, you know what? They actually did a really good job. I like how they wrapped the series. I do. I didn't like the ambiguity, and I even went to Reddit, which I know I shouldn't have gone to Reddit, but I went to Reddit after and started reading what people were saying about the ending. And then there's people on there saying that it was like they were dead the whole time. And I was like, no, they weren't. Like, all the stuff on the island did actually happen, blah, blah, blah. It just got into this whole thing. So Reddit actually ruined it for me. Yeah, I wish I'd never gone to Reddit. Yes. Let me see if I can try and pronounce your name. I'm going to call you Faisal. I'm going to call you Faisal. Yes, smoking is bad, which is why I don't smoke. I vape. Yeah, the first 2 seasons of Lost were the best, and the 4 after that, or is it 4? I forget how many seasons there were in total, but it just got so convoluted. It was so hard to follow along. But then looking back on it now, it's like, yeah, okay, everything made sense. Wow, David, that's amazing. I can't believe you made it 2 or 3 episodes in and didn't get hooked. I'm surprised. But hey, everyone has their flavor. I totally get it. Highly recommend watching all of his setup videos. Help myself and a few others get servers set up. Oh, you're talking about me. Sorry, I thought you were talking about somebody else. Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you jump on the Discord. Go to discord.srtbull.com. There's tons of guys in there. Tons of guys and girls in there that are willing to help, and they have a ton of information. Absolutely. Just recently promoted a new member to assist with everything, Mabel, which I'm sure if you've been around at all, you know Mabel. How did we end up here? This is not where I logged off. Interesting. That is not where I logged off. I think I logged off in the middle of nowhere. So this is the new Rad Town. which the last time I seen this, it wasn't even finished yet. So it's actually looking a heck of a lot better than it was. Oops, let's do this so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Derpity derp derp. Here, what screen do you guys want? This is the new Radtown. And for some reason, I spawned there. Which is, again, like I said, not where I logged off. Crazy. David has written a couple of plugins. Just getting started in Rust, and you're already writing plugins. Cool. I'm not on Twitch as well. I am on Twitch, but I'm not streaming on Twitch right now. Sometimes I stream to everybody. Most of the time I just stream to YouTube though. Yeah, Jason, exactly. Season 3 had to rewatch it to figure out what I missed. Absolutely. Yeah, Mabel is great. Mabel kind of came out of nowhere. I'm assuming that they had a ton of experience before coming to my community and just like steamrolled everybody. And now they're like the go-to person. Like Mabel is answering far more questions than I do. Which I appreciate, which is also why they got promoted. Because the value that they were adding was incredible. Took a lot off of my plate, took a lot off of Amino's plate, so we could work on other things, and then we can just pop in there when somebody requests specifically, because we do get that. And yeah. So if you haven't liked the video yet, if you haven't liked the stream yet, you have to like it just for this view. So go down and hit that thumbs up. Make sure you like this stream, because these new lakes and oasis are awesome. Now, are they better than the canyons? Yeah, they are. They're better than the canyons. I like the lakes and the oases more than the canyons. But the canyons are badass too. Oh, man. Man. Have you got my subs with Twitch? I have got, probably want to give it to you. I'm not sure how that works. I do have subs. Here, let's have a look. I think I have just under 1,000 or something like that. I think if you sub Twitch Prime, I think it'll still show up here. I think. I'd hate to say try it, let's find out, but I'm pretty sure that that's the case. Oh, BMG found the new NPC. Holy, that was my brain did not function very well there. So BMG has found the new NPC, and there he is. There we go. Let's see, what can we buy from the new NPC? So we can get some teas. It's all farming stuff. So DevGang just followed on Twitch. So yeah, we are getting the notifications. Very cool. I thought I had to be live over there for that to work, but apparently not. The lakes get deep in the center. Oh, I'm going to need to go see that. So there we go. That is the new NPC, and he is residing at this water well. And we can buy from him or her farming things and nail guns. Very cool. Let's go have a look at this lake and see how deep it is. I feel that I want to go see this one though. So let's go. We can just go like this now. We don't have to do... I forgot that we can just teleport. So water still looks normal. So let's turn that off. So you wouldn't be able to build down that far. So, I don't know. Does Dev Gang just subscribed on Twitch. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's so rare that I do anything on Twitch. I should really pull my head out of my ass and get on Twitch. I'm on Twitch, Rumble, YouTube, all usually at the same time, but that's usually only when I have guests on. And really, why do I limit myself like that? That's kind of dumb, if you asked me, which you didn't, but okay, so let's go see this lake and see if this one's any deeper. So I don't know if I would go so far as to say that they get quite deep. They get unbuildable deep. Yeah, you can, of course you can kill them for sure. The new terrain update is so nice. I hope map editors actually take advantage of it. The first people in the community that will be taking advantage of this are the map editors. I guarantee you they're diligently working on all of their custom maps right now. I can almost guarantee it. Almost. Do the roads still go over the river? Yes, they do. We were actually just talking about that, and BMG took a boat up one of these rivers. I think it was actually this river. And yeah, it just went ba-doom, ba-doom, and we had to push the boat over the road, over the road. And yeah, so I'm hoping that they're going to fix that or come up with some sort of solution there, because that's not exactly ideal, especially for the people that are going to be using these rivers as they want to be able to run boats up them, because they will. People are going to want to be able to do that. So they need to address that. BMG, I think you left your heli here with 50 million fuel in it. Yep, that's what happened there. So if you want to be like the Dev Gang, which is also the Purple Joker, you can Twitch Prime me on, you can Prime sub me on Twitch if you want. You can hit me up as a membership on YouTube, or if you want to go to patreon.srtbull.com, you can sign up that way as well. Tons of different tiers for every different flavor. So here's a tug. BMG, were you going to bring this up? With 50 million fuel in it. Oh, it's not deep enough. Oh, interesting. Yeah, okay, that unfortunately does make sense. Yeah, that's... oh, shit. That's really unfortunate. It's unfortunate that the rivers are not deep enough to take a tugboat up. I don't really need my body, but... tug doesn't work in river mesh. Yeah, exactly. It does, however, kill you if you try to clip through a tugboat, which we just learned. Faster boats that jump those will be the fix. Yeah, good point. Are the bridges maybe a part of it as they progress? I'm sure they're going to do something that I don't think they're going to just leave it that way. They'll come up with something. Just going to change the time so we've got more daylight there. What do I even, why am I going to my body? There's nothing on it. Even if there is, who cares? The rock formations are badass. Oh, look at this. The good old T-base up on top of there. Imagine building up there. Oh, buddy. BMG, you crashed your heli into the tugboat. Where's my body? Don't know where my body is. What? Rose, just saw your streaming, wanted to know how the next server, when the next server audit stream is. I do the server audits on the first Friday after a forced wipe. Yeah, Rust Henge, exactly, right? They did a really good job. The rock formations are awesome. Obviously, the node spawn is going to need to be addressed because I only have this boosted a little bit. But like, there's like 50 nodes right here. It's crazy. You can literally die if you wipe out on motorcycles with or without a helmet on. Real life stuff. Yeah, for sure. Joseph, is that Joseph? Like the Joseph that I know? Or no, I think you had a different icon before. And for those that are wondering that have been on the audit streams, I am working on editing all those videos up. And it is turning into quite a Herculean task to get them to appear the way that I want them to. I have to be more conscious of that as I'm live. I need to be more conscious of what I want the clipped up video to look like. Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew Joseph is Scare. I just didn't want to blast your name out here. But you did it, so it's all good. Yeah, this is awesome. I can't say it enough. They've done a really good job here, and I'm excited for this to go live. The rock formations are awesome. This is cool. This is cool. Some creative bases are going to get built into these guys. Like back in the day when we had actual cave systems that we could build into. Very cool. And then, of course, the canyons. We'll just go over the canyons again here real quick. Even though that's what killed my stream last time. And in fact, I think it was even this canyon that did it. With all the servers you have reviewed, that would be your top things. What would be your top things that you would like to see server owners start doing more when setting up servers, communities? That's a great question, Old. I don't know that I'd be able to pick just one thing. Okay, if I had to pick just one thing, it would be to take any aspect and take it to a conclusion before moving on to your next one. So don't leave a plugin partially set up or not set up at all. If you're not intending on finishing it, don't start it. That would be probably my best advice. If I had to dial it down to just one thing. The new cliff sides and less flat land while trying to sneak up on or get away from shooters. A lot of cubby spots to hide and shoot from. Yeah, and you should see in the water, same thing. There's a lot of rock formations up in the water that are going to be great for PvP. Now they just need to add back the sphere tank dome jump back. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So this, we'll just burn over there real quick because it's just right here. So what Lone is talking about is, I want to say 2 years ago, I think it was Twitch Rivals or something like that. They added this section. Is it this one? Yeah. They added this section right here so that we didn't have to jump across this anymore. And they did it for whatever group it was, Twitch Rivals or somebody, so that they would stop dying as they were trying to jump across there. When many of us spent years perfecting that skill. And then for this group of Twitch streamers or whoever it was. They were streaming for like a couple of weeks. They added this to the prefab, and none of those streamers are playing Rust anymore. Why do we still have this? That's what I'd like to know. Is cheating on Rust still a massive issue? Yes, it absolutely is. And it needs to stop. How does this affect trains, or do they in any way? Just a thought. No, it shouldn't affect trains because the rail system has its own procedural generation. So it maps out where it can be and won't place rails in places where it can't be. Now, where that might not take place is where it might cross a river, in which case the rail will take precedent over the river. This looks amazing. I just need to find a server where I don't get slapped around. Go to Ominous 2X or Ominous Vanilla. They're very quiet servers. I was just wondering the same thing about the caves. I do want to go look. There was rumors about them making changes to caves, but I haven't seen any commits about it. And I haven't heard anybody talking about it, so I don't know. I also can't see a cave. Is this a cave? Yeah, I think that's a cave right there. Yeah, this is a cave. There was talk about bringing back a retro cave. So no, this is the standard triple entry cave right here. So nothing new there. Oh, what did I just see there? Oh, that's the wheel for the bucket. But there was talk about bringing back the retro caves. So like in the sides of these hills, there was talk of that, but I haven't seen anything officially written about it. Because being able to build into those mountain sides was awesome. And defending it was super, super easy. Yeah, so maybe if somebody knows for sure if that's something that's coming, I don't know. That's going to be a clan bunker canyon, impossible to raid. Yeah, it's going to be huge. Those canyons are going to be huge. TV cheating is almost pointless. Yeah, I agree. Cheating is so dumb. Like, I equate cheating would have the same effect on a game as being an admin, because when you no longer have to work and there's no risk and you can just do whatever, it ruins the game. So BMG has found a really nice flat spot for building. Oh, Jesus, nope. Oh, dude. That's awesome. Oh, look at that. This is like old school. Yeah, BMG, nice find. This is a great build location. Oh my god, I'm so excited about this. Yeah, no changes in the caves. No. But this is a change. This is something that we haven't seen for a long time. So we can turn this into a base. Here I was talking about the textures of that rock on top, and I didn't even think to look underneath. But yeah, have a look at that. So BMG is set up a gate at this end and a gate at this end. And this whole area in here could be built on. Love it. One of the old cave systems back in the day had a similar situation like this, where you couldn't get in. Well, actually, you could get in on that, the one that I'm talking about, but you could shoot into it and you could throw grenades into it and stuff like that. But yeah, so like it's a breach point, you know, for lack of a better definition. Yeah, that's a great point. The only thing you're cheating is yourself, because you're ruining the game for everybody else, and you've taken all of the risk and all of the gamble and all of the skill and all of the gameplay out of the game. It's so dumb. Cheaters are, oh man, they drive me crazy. These changes great question, MT. These changes are set to go live on the next forced wipe, which is the first Thursday of next month, the first Thursday of October. I'm sure there are more of these. BMGJet just happened to come across this one or went searching for this one. Even this right here, like, you'd be able to build inside of this little U-shaped thing right here, which is leaving you only accessible from the front or the top. These are super cool formations. Here's another one over here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm in love with this. These rock formations are going to make for amazing builds. I hope they don't change this. That is literally going to be the first place I build when this goes live. I'm going to go into one of these things. So Joseph, if you're playing on my server, that's where I'm going to be. Look for one of these rock formations. Yeah, good point. You wouldn't be able to get MLRS in one of these bases or one of these rock formations. That's a good point. Jet or fan boats for the shallows would be good. Yeah, so we were actually just talking about that. I don't know for sure if there is one, but I'm sure Karuza could build a fan boat. He built a quad. How do you host an OXO 2 staging server? It depends on who you're hosted with. With IceHost, which is where this server is hosted, it's just a simple command line that you add in there. You switch over to a staging branch, and then it asks you which staging branch you want to use, and you just put in OXO 2. Yes, October 3rd. October 3rd? Oh yeah, October 3rd. Yes. Do we have to do anything server side for these changes? No, in short. But there's probably going to be a lot of things that break as a result of this update. It's hard to say at this point. There are going to be a lot of things that break, though. BMG just found another build spot. Let's go see what he's talking about. So this is in the desert. This looks like a ROAD. Well, that doesn't look good. Yeah, I guess tech. Oh, I see. There we go. It finally rendered there for me. So stuff like this, hopefully you don't see when this goes live, because this is obviously a problem. Clearly an issue with the procedural generation. We are now under the map. And I'm hoping that those rock formations that we were just in not that long ago are not a part of that error. I hope that was intentional, because that is super exciting stuff. Huge rock formations would drive in garages or horse stables that can't be messed with. Absolutely. Are you able to build through the rock formation from the bottom up? I don't really know what you mean by that, and I also don't remember where that was. BMG, where was that where you had those sick-ass rock formations? I didn't look at a map there. Hopefully it's an update and go situation. I've spent weeks tweaking stuff to get it work. I don't know. I don't know what to expect out of this update. If it was anything like when HDRP meant to go live and sort of did and sort of didn't, it's going to be a disaster. Obviously, I'm hoping for a smooth update. Okay, we need to go back to... We have to go back to where BMG was. And we're going to try and... Okay, so what was the question here? Build the rock from the bottom up. Well, that's how you build. So, like, is this what you mean? So, like, we can reinforce all of this out here. This is awesome. This is awesome. Oh my, look at this. This is going to be a problem. So many of these rock formations are OP, double stacked walls and external. Yep. Yep, absolutely. Clan controls, absolutely. Got kicked from a server for building under there. Oh, interesting. So as admin, BMG would be protected from being kicked from this server for that. But that's a valid point. Can't build through the rock. Okay, there we go. But you can build foundations in the middle of the rock. Like in between. So I'm assuming it's a lot like the old cave system, or like the current cave system. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this one. Yeah, so like you can build just like you normally would in a cave. Some of these more like, look, why can I place that one but I can't place that one? That's dumb. So I can place that and that, but I can't place this. What kind of ridiculousness is that? That's super weird. But yeah, like look at the size of this base we can build under here. And we're totally protected on basically 2 full sides. Like we can block this off so we can't get attacked from in there. Like look at this. This is glorious. Put a door on there. So we can't put that wall up, but we can put these walls up. Can't put those walls. See. Oh, I bet you that's the gate preventing that one, actually. Not the rock formation. That actually makes a little bit sense. Makes good sense. I don't know. People are going to love this. People are going to love it, and they're going to hate it. Oh, look. It's going to let me do that one, too. It's weird how it's picking and choosing which walls I can place and which ones I can't. I don't have up on this server. But yeah, like this is awesome. People are absolutely going to love this. The map layer separation. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. I could see that. Rust need underwater caves. I would love to see a cave that you have to swim through the water and get to, and then you get to like dry inside of a cave. That would be awesome. Like a moon pool, kind of. Yep, this is fun. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be one of those game-changing updates. I'm here for it. I'm down. Grubbing is going to be so hard now. What do you mean grubbing? Oh, maybe it was a height issue. No, that's definitely not a height issue. Yeah, weird where you can build and where you can't build. There's going to be TCs put back in places like this. If you can actually get up in here. Oh yeah. Put a TC back in here. Build your foundations up to it. This is a win. This feels a little bit like how Rust used to be back in the day. Moonpool basis would be knucking futs. I agree. I agree. Do you know what the new Nexus system that is released is supposed to be for? Yes, I do know what it's supposed to be for. The long and the short of it is you'll be able to grab a boat or a tugboat or whatever and stroll out across the ocean there and actually connect to another server. Just by traveling to another island. That's essentially what Nexus is. And I believe it's BMGJet, I believe, is working on a system that for the modding community, because technically the actual official Nexus system is only going to be available for official servers. I would like to see some map-wide world events like earthquakes, tsunamis, tornadoes, and stuff. Yeah, me too. I would like to see like kind of end of the world at the end of Wipe. Like back in the day, we had discussions about like there being nuclear fallout and stuff like that, and bases being destroyed. Yeah, I'd like to see stuff like that too. Tornado, like why do we not have like wicked rainstorms and windstorms where like you wouldn't dare fly a mini around in, or lightning strikes that are gonna, you know, electrocute you or your base, or like there's just so many things that they could be doing that it feels like it's not even on the radar right now. People will love and hate it, but when you think about it, there's no unraidable bases, so they should increase base security. I guess will be fun. Yeah, I agree. Any info on when Rust is expecting to switch engines, or have they? So the whole engine switching thing was a bit of I don't want to say a temper tantrum, but it was essentially a temper tantrum. There was talk about Rust 2, either Facepunch was going to design their own game engine. Oh, BMG just got kicked for a fly hack. I'm hoping that was when you were coming out of NoClip. Anyways, there was talk about Rust 2 being, or Facepunch designing a game engine for Rust 2 themselves. And if that didn't work out, there was rumored talk. So we're talking third and fourth hand here to me about switching to Unreal. That's what I heard. I don't have any evidence of that. But if they switch to Unreal, that would be literally Unreal. Can't wait till they move from... Yeah. Yeah. I don't love Unity. I mean, it's been good up until this point, but you can see how we're bouncing into its limitations. Lightning setting wildfires. Perfect example. Perfect example. You could swim under the rocks along the coast and build. But you also got kicked for it too, right? BMG, I think. Clans love the water. A flood would kill them all while they're sleeping. That is a great point. Grubbing is in hopping walls and stealing from clans, sneaking in and finding weak spots. To eco read because I'm broke. Yeah, that's fair. Grubbing. I've never heard it called that. One of my old teammates, that's what he did. He'd jump in, he'd sneak in like a ninja and sneak out and clean them out without them even knowing he was there. What did he call it? Like poor man's raiding or something like that? I'm not sure. We had a name that we used for it. Gary confirmed Unreal. So there you go. No Rules Rust says Gary has confirmed that they're going to be switching to Unreal for Rust 2. I'm not an official source. It's all just rumors and speculation, so take that for what it is. It would be cool to build underwater, but have a pump that would fill the room with air. You would have to devise your own airlock, but it would be cool. That's convoluted, but yeah, I like it. Oh no, old. No. Grubbing, if now we're going to use that as the term, grubbing is super fun. Super fun. I don't know, no rules. I don't know if he confirmed that or not. But moving to Unreal would be awesome. And it's not that Unity is outdated. It's that the way we're using Unity, we're just bumping into its limitations. There's other systems out there that would be better. Even Unity itself would be better if we were using it in a different way. Green here for that one. Is there a mod or plugin out there that could a bit more PvE combat to my server? I only play with friends and we would love a bit more combat in our world without having to fight each other. Okay, so great question. So you're going to start looking for events. So plane crash events, heli refuel, even NPC raiders from Razer. Yeah, there's tons out there. So go to places like, you know, myvector, myvector.xyz, codefling.com, lone.design. There's lots of events out there that you can get for your server that will work great in a PvE environment. I'm the Latin. Hello, I've been watching your videos lately. You've helped me a lot in making my server. Perfect. Fantastic. That's what it's all about. Happy to help. The Unreal Engine is amazing, especially of the geometry that you can use to make 3D objects. It's awesome. I agree. It looks fantastic. Hopefully they do use it and it's going to make everything look real. I agree. Yeah, so Gary confirmed it when the Unity drama happened, when they were forcing devs to pay per download. That is when the temper tantrum happened. I just don't know whatever came of it after that. You need to add an EMP strike as a special hard to get thing. Dropping one on a huge Zerg base, vanquishing all defenses would be an epic raid. Yeah, that's fair. We essentially have that with, like we can... Most admins use it, but we can drop like unlimited MLRS rockets onto a base. Does the same thing. War mode lets you choose and switch between PvE and PvP. Absolutely. Adding bosses, so bot respawn from Codefling by Stina Maru is a great plugin for that. I hear some fireworks going off in the background. BMGJet must be playing around. Yeah, I do bosses on my server. And I did that with bot respawn. Yeah, I was there when Gary said all that. And yes, the Unity fees are gone. I don't know if that necessarily means that it undid the damage, but yeah. Red Killer Vlogs, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you stopping by. Can I see the outside of this? Absolutely. This is the outside of what we're looking at. So when we started building here, I don't know if you're just joining now, but BMGJet had gates at each end of this. I've now replaced it with walls, but we were able to place high external stone gates out there. Yeah, I don't know where that was. I'd have to go find them. I just heard it in the background real quiet. Unity fired the CEO. I understand they walked back and most damaging licensing changes, but Unity lost about 20% of their market share after it. Rust is locked in. I doubt they changed. No. So Rust, this game will always stay on Unity, I'm sure. But Rust 2, there's nothing stopping them from going to a new game engine. Bosses are fun, and the extra RP you get for killing them is a plus. Absolutely, if you're using RP, which I don't on my server. Just huge resources that they carry on them. So there's that cave base right there, and then there's this cave base over here, which I would have liked to have seen that there was no back entrance to this one. I would like to see a mono entrance cave. But it looks very, very similar. But I'm definitely down for those caves. All right, let's go see. Let's go see what. Actually, I'm gonna mark this spot right here. Oh, it was on the island. Derp. Because I'm gonna want to be able to come back there. Let's go see what BMG is up to. BMG is just hiding in this rock. I thought you were doing fireworks. I thought I could hear fireworks in the background. Is there a list of servers that I have reviewed? Yes, I have a list of servers that I have reviewed. I'm keeping track of everything. I'm not posting it publicly. It's just so that I can keep track so I don't repeat. But if you've submitted your form, you will get drawn. As we work through the list of servers, because I'm not repeating anybody, so you will get reviewed eventually. Random, but I think it would be fun to have their hair grow the longer your character is alive. Spend a wipe, no deaths, and your hair hits the floor. Cool. You can swim under those rocks. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. They need to fix stuff like that. So this rock formation is basically just like right underneath the water surface. And you can swim underneath it. Dumb. Does that mean you'd be able to swim up and then come up inside of it? Yeah. So I'm assuming that that's what he did there to build that little foundation. Kind of like what we were talking about with the airlocked caves. I like this hair thing. I think that would be a great addition. If your character like progressed through, they were talking years and years ago, they were talking about adding weird things to like female characters would have a rough go during a specific time throughout a wipe. And you would just, anyway, we won't get into those details, but they did talk about stuff like that at the time, and like having to have bowel movements and stuff like that, or it slowed you down, stuff like that. They were just going for like ultra realism and stuff. Obviously never came to fruition. I love NPC raiders. I made a plugin that calls the easy event at a random time, and if I win after a while, it calls medium, and so on until I lose, and it breaks the base with MLRS. That's cool. Where can I see if my server has been reviewed? I see you sent a form earlier. So the best way to see if you've been reviewed is by watching the streams. That would be the best way. If they add so you can choose gender for Rust 2 and there's more than 2, yeah. I'm not gonna go there. You reverted the server I play and I didn't know you were on. That's fair. It can happen, I guess. We can do wipe together one day. I'm new to Rust and have no teammate. So there's only 2 servers that I play on. One of them is my own, which is no fun for me to team up with. And the other one is a server that I don't publicly show to anybody because I don't want people knowing what's on that server. So that's tough. And it's hard for me to commit to a teammate because my schedule is a mess. A mess. Oh, the hair thing is Arc. I didn't know that. Yeah, careful. She's on a Rust cycle. Yeah, exactly. So you did pick it up. Yeah. Sharks are more attracted to... Oh, you guys. You guys. It's totally random. So the last is this is Salvager's Island. Last time I checked, I think there's about 150 on there, and we've probably done 25 or 30 of them. So hard to know when you're gonna get reviewed. It'll come. How about yeah, the man cold? Yeah, that would be good. You just gotta lay in bed all day and watch TV. Yeah. I like that. Maybe send some reply mail on the people you start reviews so they get the email of it and never miss it. So I've tried to think of different ways. I've tried to like pre-plan which ones they're going to be reviewed, like select them offline, and then connect with them and try to make it line up. But like when there's people from literally all around the world sending me in requests, it's almost impossible to line that up. It would have to be, they'd have to be in or close to my time zone in order to make it work. Yeah, BMG, I haven't found much loot actually anywhere on the map. There's some barrels, but I don't think there's any loot piles either. But yeah, I'm working on something. I've got a development team that's trying to come up with something to make this work better because I don't love it the way that it is right now. It's making me feel like they're trying to... Well, it's survival, right? Like it's supposed to be real world survival. So details like that, I actually agree with. Oh, Jason. Do I know when Rust 2 will come out? No. And neither do they. Nobody knows. You got to think, how long was it Rust in development for before it went to public release? Literally years. I think 10. Actually, it might have even been 11 before it went to full release. Yeah, man cold. Half the carrying weight and half the speed. Exactly. Oh man, I hate man colds. Oh my god, they just knock me on my ass. Where's the news about work being done on Rust 2? There isn't any. Right now, I imagine it's all in passing. It's probably in a Git somewhere where they're just throwing down ideas and there's no actual development being done on it right now. Yeah, we won't hear anything about Rust 2 for a very long time. Wasn't it originally a DayZ clone? I don't think so. Maybe there was some aspects, like when we had zombies, it felt like DayZ. I don't know. I wouldn't want to take anything away from Rust and say that it was a DayZ clone. Because if you compare DayZ 13 years ago and Rust 13 years ago to DayZ now and Rust now, they're a completely different game. Can you tell me how to make my Rust load faster? When I try to load into a server, I crash when I load it and I get lag like hell. Yeah, you need more computers. You need more RAMs. Get more RAMs. That's the smartass answer. Rust is incredibly resource heavy, especially when loading into a server. And the only thing you can do is throw more power at it. Like I have a monster gaming machine built just for that reason, and it still takes me like 4 or 5 minutes. No, maybe 3 or 4 minutes to log into a server. Rust was a browser game when I started playing it. That's crazy. So that's going before Legacy. That was when it was like FTP, like free to play. Well, this was fun, everybody. I'm so glad I decided to do this today. I'm so glad everybody joined for this. Oh, here's the Radtown, the new Radtown, if nobody's seen it yet. The last time I seen this, the Radtown, like all of these things on the road, they weren't there. Parts of the buildings were missing. Those garage doors weren't there. Yeah. So they've definitely done some work in here. I think there's going to be NPCs in here, like scientists guarding things. I'm not sure about that yet. Holy, how loud is that music? Fast SSD speeds and uploading the assets and getting into a server. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really glad we did this. Because of this. I was so glad that we were able to see this. This is the new lake, or one of the new lakes. It's legit, self-contained, no ins, no outs. Very picturesque, except I would say they're not done. Not everything is spawning in here. I would expect to see... Okay, BMG, I'll be right there. Just give me 1 sec. I would expect to see more rock formations up here, or more trees, or something. More something. Does radar work in here? No. Let's go see. Let's go see BMGJet. All right, let's turn water off. Not that it helps a lot, but all right. So I'm gonna need some scuba stuff here. Boom, 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 and a wetsuit. A wetsuit. All right, what are we looking at here? Can't flashlight down here. I'm not sure what you want me to see, BMG. I don't even know where you are, actually. So this is a rock formation underwater. I saw some loot back here. What is that? Oh, it's an old plane. It's a plane crash. Gotcha. Is that what you wanted me to see? Yeah, the old airplane. That is badass. Oh, there you are. I can see you now. Yeah, very cool. Yep. I'm excited about it. That's the new marker for having water dive sites. They're no longer using that water bottle. This is the new marker for it. That's weird. You can wear a mask with your ox face on too. Too funny. The new map generator didn't bug the spawn of mining nodes. So this is a very unfinished iteration of this map. I'm sure things are... We could check on this probably weekly and this would change. There's a lot of things that I feel aren't spawning correctly. BMG's found 2 or 3 places on the map where you can actually just walk right underneath the map. I found an iceberg that you could just walk behind and glitch in that way. Yeah, so there a lot of things are going to change over the next little while, I'm sure. That marker will make it easier to use subs for scrapping. That's true. That is true. Yep. Is that a car going crazy in the background? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Oh, cat. Yes. That is Cash trying to get into... Yep. I didn't realize you guys could hear that. That's funny. Yeah, he does not like it when I'm in here talking, and he can't come in and see what I'm talking about. All of these changes are way more exciting than all of the meta stuff they pumped out over the last few months. I agree. This is like a game-changing event. This is going to be a game-changing update next month. And we haven't had one in quite some time. Oh yeah, that does look better. Oh yeah, good work. Thanks for letting me know that. So that's what BMG wanted me to see. So I don't know if you guys can tell. Yeah, you should be able to see that. That's an old plane crash down there instead of just a dead boat. And there's supposed to be a couple of more. I'm not sure what else there's going to be, like plane crashes, boat crashes. Maybe there's going to be sub crashes. Oh, we've got some sea cans down there. So all of these quote-unquote monuments have changed, which is good because they were kind of boring. And I found, especially on my server, not a lot of people actually went down to the dive sites. So it either wasn't worth it or wasn't fun enough to go down there. Not sure. Oh, look, is there loot in there? Is that a barrel? I think it is. Yeah, just a box. So yeah, I'm glad they're making these changes, and it is going to be a game-changing update. Like, not to be like, of course it's game-changing because it's a video game. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a game changer. Do you have Discord and could talk me through fixing it? So I don't know what you need fixing, but yes, I do have a Discord, and that is discord.srtbull.com. And all of that information is always linked in the video descriptions of my lives as well as my long-form videos. So my Discord, my website, everything is incredibly accessible. Salvager's Island. So that's what we're showing today is this update that's coming out October 3rd, as long as everything goes to plan. Is this whole map is brand new. How everything is generated, the cliff edges, rivers, there's lakes now, there's oases, all of the rock formations have been changed. We have a cave system, which we haven't seen in years, where we can actually build in safe and secure caves, which is awesome. To the old school Rust players, they're going to love the throwback to that. Here's an example of one here right now. So we can build all the way through this cave right here, end to end, just like back in the day. And there's a couple of these formations on I'm sure most maps, if not all. I'll quickly show you the river system. So here's another one here, similar setup. And so this is the river system. So you're going to see that they're a lot longer, as you can see here. So this is the new river system here. And you'll notice goofy things like where they cross roads and stuff. Let me find a row ad here. There's a bit of a bit of an issue with how the river crosses the road, which I'm hoping they'll address before this update goes live. But so that's one of the things. And so like here's another lake. This is an ice lake. Well, it's not an ice lake anymore, but it's a lake in the snow. Self-contained, new rock formations. It's just very exciting stuff. Are you asking about my Discord name? My Discord name is the Bull in the RAA Discord. My PC specs, I don't even know. I have terabytes upon terabytes of SSD, M.2s. I'm running a GeForce RTX 3080, only one. I used to run two 20, what were they? I don't even remember. Anyways, like 164 gigs of RAM. I have lots of specs. Like, what do you want to know? Wish diving sites had a bit more light. Yeah, me too, based on what we just experienced there, for sure. Little Reaper, that's a good question. So Little Reaper wants to know, when will the update on console? So here's the thing about console Rust. It's important to know that console Rust is not actually Rust. It's built by a different company. It's maintained by, it's not even maintained by Facepunch. They shouldn't even call it Rust, because that's how much not Rust it is. So for me to surmise on when it's expecting updates is not realistic, because I don't know. I only follow PC Rust, because that's the actual Rust. My understanding of the situation with console is they don't do nearly as many changes as PC Rust does. But again, I don't play it, so I don't know. Jason, my CPU is a Threadripper, AMD. It's old now. It's getting old. I think I built this in 2018, I think. So it's getting pretty old now. The GPU was added. I'm not sure. 2022 probably. Yeah, Little Reaper. Very real. Very really. On console, 80% use keyboard and mouse. Just get a PC. Yeah, I agree. If you're gonna use a keyboard and mouse on a console game, you might as well just get a PC. There is a different skill set that is used on Joey sticks, and it is a skill that I have not mastered. So literally, the only thing I do on console is races, so driving, like Gran Turismo, stuff like that, Need for Speed, or sporting games, so hockey, and anything else where I have to have like the aiming dexterity that you would use in like Call of Duty or whatever. Can't do it on console. Cannot do it on console. To save my life. In fact, back in the day when we all used to play Call of Duty on console, I did get a keyboard and mouse conversion for it, which sucked ass, and I stopped playing it because of that. Rust loves single thread performance, so that explains the slow pop in with your Threadripper. Yeah, so that's true, except I have half of my I basically have half of my CPU shut off because of that. The only time I use the full ability of my Threadripper is when I'm editing. Joey sticks, yeah. That's actually throwback to one of my buddies, my IRL guys. Actually, one of the guys that got me into Rust back in the day. That's what he calls it, is Joey sticks. Any idea whether there will be an auto farming for cloth and seeds in the future? There is already auto farming. I believe it's on my Vector, which would mean it's one of Razor's plugins, I believe. There's an auto farming plugin. I believe. Yeah, ROADs too, yep. Copy pasta. I have lots of them. Oh, the server specs where... Oh... Here I went on this big rant about my PC and you were asking about server specs. I have a custom built metal rack that is hosted at in Dallas, Texas, I don't even know what the specs are. They said, here, take this, take this, take this, take this, and go promote Iced Host. And I said, yep, okay, I will. So, I mean, obviously there are limitations to it, but it's basically an unlimited. I have all of the resources that I could ever use for Rust. Been watching you for a long time. Happy to catch you. Like, hey, I'm happy to see you too. I can't say your name. Tarsh? I'm sorry, man. Can I just call you Karsh? I'm going to call you Karsh. Console Rust is no bueno. I tend to agree with that. Yeah. Tend to agree. I just didn't want to say that out loud. A lot of people, like a lot of Rust players, were asking for console for a really long time. And so finally the Facepunch partnered with somebody else to come up with a solution for it. And I don't know, in my opinion, I think it was a mistake. But I haven't played it, so I guess I really have no opinion. I should have no opinion on it. Anyways, I'm going to shut down the stream. Here we are at just about 2.5 hours again. Man, this guy can talk when he gets going, hey? So, So a bunch of gifted memberships went out. So Jason L dropped 20 gifted memberships, as well as another 5. And No Rules Rust became a member. And I don't know if this happened on stream or not, but Juicy Pat J became a Patreon. And yeah, so I appreciate all of the support from everybody, and I'm glad that everyone got a bunch of gifted memberships. That's super awesome. Don't forget to hit like on this video. It does help, believe it or not, even though there's only, what are we at here? Probably 30 or so. So 34, even just 34 viewers. If every single one of you liked this video, it'll push it out to other people saying, hey, these 34 people really liked what Bull was doing today. You'll probably like this too. So every time you hit like on one of my videos, it brings in more people to watch my videos, which is essentially what YouTube has forced me to want to do, to have to do, in order to get any kind of traction on YouTube. If you want to become one of these two groups, you can hit me up at patreon.srtbull.com, or you can click that join button right down below on this screen that you're currently watching right now and become a YouTube member. I do normally put out videos every Friday at the same time I went live today. And when I don't have a good video that I want to put out, I do a live instead. So they're kind of impromptu, but I did want to get the new ProcGen information out there so that people know what to expect and hopefully can avoid any major headaches that might come up at that time. And so anybody that's out there that's doing custom maps, make sure you are working on your custom maps right now, because they are all going to break on October 3rd. For the end user that's using a custom map, I would probably suggest that you prepare for that now and just move to a ProcGen, even if it's just for a short while, until your custom maps all get updated. Anyways, thank you all so much for joining this live. This was a super fun one. I know everyone is looking forward to the server audits and stuff like that. And that's a little bit more work for me. This is a little bit more fun for me doing stuff like this. But if you are interested in the server audits, I do server audits on the first Friday after a forced wipe. Oh, Jason just upgraded his membership from bronze to bronze. Am I understanding that correctly? Oh, that's just gonna just white screen of death. That's no big deal. I'm not really sure what that notification just was, but that's okay. Oh yeah, good point, BMG. Don't work on them now. Wait until the new rocks are in staging and not ox. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. No, don't get into staging branch for new custom maps. No. End users, just wait for the update. I was just speaking to like map developers. But yeah, BMGJet makes a very valid point. Don't get started yet. Anyways, so subscribe to the channel to make sure that you get updated whenever I post a new video, which is, like I said, normally every Friday. Oh, there we go. Jason just upgraded his membership to gold, from bronze to gold. Thank you so much. I appreciate that support. There's very few gold members, which I find strange. But anyways, okay. I've said it like 3 times. I'm going to say it one more time. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.